Well, our good friend Nathan from Kentucky wants to check in.
All right.
Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Hail and kill, fuckies.
What's up, Nathan?
Well, I wanted to play a little Stump the CMS tonight.
Well, do you have a Confederate flag?
No, I do not.
Oh.
I know not all people in Kentucky have those. Just that guy.
Just that guy.
Well, yeah, I'm not just that guy. But plenty of others, I'm sure, but, you know.
Well, he's close to being your neighbor.
Yeah, it's kind of scary, isn't it?
So what do you want to do? You want to stump the CMS?
Yeah, maybe it could be like a new segment here. You can be like, you guys are, like the new Eddie Trunk or something. So we can,
the new Eddie Trunk, okay.
Yeah, but better, not lame like Eddie. But so here's the thing. Are you guys up for a challenge?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, you can still play licensed music just in short clips, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here you're going to give me some shit for this, but I'll take it and then we'll move on. Went up to Lexington, Kentucky tonight to watch Starship featuring Mickey Thomas.
Okay.
In a free show at a church Oktoberfest.
Jeez, okay.
I think it's a really good show. Played a lot of the stuff from the 80s and the all the way back to Jefferson Airplane and all that good stuff.
Okay, before you start, I'm going to throw a little piece of trivia to you.
Okay.
Who did Mickey Thomas sing for prior to Starship?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of that group, but that was he played one of the songs tonight, "Fooled Around and Fell in Love."
Yeah, who was that?
Yeah, I can't remember what the name of that band is.
Elvin Bishop.
Yeah. Now you stumped me, so you're one up on me.
All right, go ahead.
There's a metal connection, though, between 80s Starship and a famous metal guy.
Okay.
Who you've actually interviewed on this show.
Okay.
So if you play the first about 20 seconds of the song Rock Myself to Sleep off the Knee Deep in the Hoopla album, there'll be a long scream at the beginning of that song, and I want you guys to try to guess who that is.
Starship.
It's on the Knee Deep in the Hoopla album. It's
right.
Rock Myself to Sleep. It's a Grace Slick song. She does all the vocals on that song.
Okay. Let's see here. Knee Deep in the Hoopla. Here we go. We Built This City?
No, the song is called Rock Myself to Sleep.
Oh, Rock Myself to Sleep.
You know the song.
Yeah.
Every night I rock myself.
Yeah, I'm gonna play a little bit of it here.
As much as you can get away with without being charged by ASCAP.
Okay, so what's your question?
Who's that screaming there?
Is that Kevin Dubrow?
That is Kevin Dubrow, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that, or did you just...
No, I knew that, just hearing that. No, just by his voice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually talked to Mickey afterwards, and he said that, yeah, they used to hang out all the time, and they used to hang out at the Rainbow, and I said, how the hell did he end up on doing that song? And he said, well, we used to hang out all the time, together at the Rainbow, and I said, come on down, and that was that. So
did they do Blow together?
Probably. It was the 80s, right? Shit.
Well, you didn't ask him?
Oh, he was kind of in a hurry. And
he was in a hurry. Did you get a photo with him?
No. I got an autograph, but I didn't get a photo.
Did they sing Sarah?
Of course. That was a number one hit, man.
That song is so bad.
But it was a number one hit. They had 3 number one hits back in the 80s.
But
they had more success back in...
So you had to sit through Sarah and We Built This City?
Well, of course.
Oh.
The crowd would have rioted if they hadn't played those songs.
We built this, both of those written by Peter Wolf, and Peter Wolf should be killed for those songs. Like the two, it's like Peter Wolf knew they weren't good, so he gave them to them instead of putting them on a Jay Giles record.
Well, they both went to
did he
number one.
sing "Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now"?
Of course.
Of course, he's got some 20-year-old chick they bring out there, and she does all the parts. She actually did White Rabbit and Somebody to Love. They went back and did stuff all the way back to the
Jefferson days.
airplane days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about like Jane? They do Jane.
Yeah. Oh, of course, she did Jane and Find Your Way Back from that era, the 70s,
I could live with
that
the show.
early 80s.
I could live with that show.
Yeah, I like Jane.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Now, how does he sound?
I enjoyed it,
Does he
especially for free.
Does he still have the voice?
Yeah, I mean, he's like 67 years old,
Yeah.
and he sounds amazing.
Yeah.
You know, he really does. And I mean, yeah, I mean, we've all heard people that got older and sucked, and he doesn't suck. You know, you may not have liked him in the first place. I know some people, I had some friends that came up and they were like, "God, really? You're here to see Starship?"
Did you actually head out specifically to see Starship?
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm just asking the question. I didn't know if there was any other reason you went, or you just happened to be there and they were playing.
Would you, Neely? Would you go
Oktoberfest, there
out
was
to
a lot
see
of
Starship?
beer.
No, of course not. They were playing here.
Yeah.
They were playing 30 minutes from me here about a week ago, and I didn't go.
Even,
See, I would go see
even for
Starship.
free?
Yeah, they played at a casino here not far from me.
If it was free,
If
you
it was
wouldn't
free,
go?
you wouldn't go for free?
It would just
It was
depend.
a 20-minute drive and it was free.
It would depend.
I'd go. I've seen Starship before. For free. Starship with Honeymoon Suite.
Canadian band.
Yep, I saw him at one of those. You want to go old school? This was in the mid '80s. Remember when WMMS they would tell you to send in a self-addressed stamped envelope, and they would mail tickets to free shows.
Right.
That was one that I went to, was Starship with Honeymoon Suite. I like Starship personally. I think they had the Sarah and We Built the City are big bags of shit, and so is Nothing's Gonna Stop Us Now. But Find Your Way Back was cool. No Way Out was pretty cool. Laying It on the Line was really good. Jane was good. They had some good songs.
Yeah.
So he's the only dude. He's the only dude from the Starship era in this band.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a total mishmash of people. The bass player, we talked to him briefly, and he'd been with John Cafferty. He'd been in, a whole bunch of bands. The guitar player, a guy named, John Roth is his name. He'd been in, I think, Winger and Giant and Black Oak, Arkansas, and a whole bunch of different bands. And so it's kind of, it's kind of how, you guys talk about all the time. It's just kind of these bands with a name, and they just kind of fill people in, and whoever they can find, they just kind of fill them in. So, but they sound great though. They know the material like the back of their hand. It's like Piercy's backing band. They played the Rat stuff as well as the real Rat guys do.
Right. Well, it always comes down to the vocalist and the guitarist.
Pretty much, yeah, and he still sounds great. So.
So
I guess I didn't stump the CMS.
Nope, didn't stump the CMS.
Okay. Well, maybe this would be a segment, a regular segment. But I'm 0 for 1.
Yeah, because we want to mimic another radio guy.
Radio God.
Radio God.
Right.
Come on, Neely, get with it.
That
show some
that
respect.
Show some respect, Dick.
Right.
That's all I got.
All right. Well, your manager says you have to go.
Oh, manager calling. Adios. Hand job.
The current lineup of Starship.
Yeah.
Listen to this. Wow. Mickey Thomas, John Roth, Phil Bennett, Daryl Verduzco, Jeff Adams, and Stephanie Calvert. I've basically heard of Mickey Thomas and John Roth.
Okay. And that's not Uli John Roth.
No, it's like he said, from Winger, and I wonder when he was in Winger. But Giant and Black Oak, Arkansas. John got his start at age 19 when Jim Dandy asked him to join as the lead guitarist. Ooh, great.
Well, speaking of Giant,
Yes.
I see that that Dan Huff, former Giant guitarist, founder, now producer.
Sure.
He's been winning awards like crazy in the Country Music Awards.
Really?
Yeah, he's like a big country music producer now.
Does he pretend he wasn't in Giant now?
I don't know the answer, but he apparently found his niche after, his early foray into producing when he did Megadeth Trust.
Yeah, or Risk first.
Did he do Risk?
I thought he did Risk.
I know that he did. Was it Trust?
The Cryptic Writings.
Cryptic Writings. That's a song with Trust on it. But yeah, he produced that Cryptic Writings.
Right.
But I saw some snippet of some Country Music Awards or something recently.
Okay.
And his name came up like 2 or 3 different times.
No shit.
As producer of the year and shit like that.
Yeah. I'm looking up Megadeth Risk right now to see.
Yeah, I think he may have just done Cryptic Writings. I don't think he was involved with Risk.
No, he produced it.
Oh, did he?
He produced Risk. Let's go to Cryptic Writings was before Risk, and he did that one too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if he went the other way too and did The World Needs a Hero. No, then they dumped him for somebody else.
I know he only was involved for a short time.
Yep, 2 records. Megadeth said, "Beat it, pal."
But I see his name popping up in the country music genre.
Well, good on him.
So I bet you he's making a shitload more money than he ever did with Giant.
Probably true. Probably pretends he didn't do the Megadeth records either. Mega who?
Although I recall when Cryptic Writings came out, how Dave was extolling his virtues as a great producer and guitar player in his own right.
Right. I know that album's really mellow, but I like that album.
That's one of my favorite Megadeth releases.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I like the Needle Use the Man or whatever that's called.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the man use the needle. That's a cool song.
Well, for mid 90s Megadeth, it kind of slotted in there about where it needed to be.
Yeah, boy, they went the wrong direction after it though. With that fucking shitbag Risk.
Mm-hmm.
What a bag of shit.
Well, that was just Megadeth trying to be modern.
Oh, yeah, that worked well.
It didn't work at all. All right,
I need a drink of something.
All right, well, let's take a short break, and we'll come back and we'll wrap up the show. I got a few things to get to.
All right.
And blah, blah, blah. So I'll play a couple of tunes, and we'll come back, and we'll wrap things up here.
All right, sounds good.
I'm going to play something from the band Girth.
All right, cool.
What would you like to hear?
What name the songs?
Well, we got the Freedom Rising CD.
Okay.
And we've got Forever Forward, In Vain, Freedom Rising, Blood. Let's see, what is this? Blood, Lust, and Loss?
Play that one.
Or, no, it's Blood, Lust, and Lies is what it's called.
Yeah, Blood, Lust, and Lies. Play that one.
All right. Well, here's a band out of Cleveland called Girth. And we'll be back. Here it is. It's Girth exclusively here.
And your classic metal show.